Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffi to authorize Daphne coming move. Daphne will get to work putting her magical charm to work on Carter. Daphne will put her charm to the test. Daphne and Steffi were advised by Ridge. While Ridge doesn't know specifics about the plan, he also wants to be sure everything done is legal. Ridge doesn't want to risk getting the company back, only to have it ripped down due to a ramification or scheme. At the same time, Justin hasn't been suitable to do anything to help the Forrester family. Carter and Hope will both continue to be impressed and intrigued by Daphne. So far, Hope doesn't feel suspicious of Daphne at all. In fact, Hope is enthralled and drawn to Daphne just like Carter. While Carter is impressed, will he really fall for Daphne's scheme? It seems that Daphne formerly knows that it'll take further than her good aesthetics and a nice smell to get Carter down from Hope. In fact, Daphne specifically mentioned to Steffi that she hasn't figured out what draws Carter in yet. Hope credits Carter with putting her fractured life back together. Of course, Hope's entire future is riding on her love with Carter. Still, also she might lose her upper hand on Steffi as well as her fashion line, if Hope can't keep Carter. Luna continue relating with Bill. There could also be Finn doing some probing after Penelope Poppy denial. Could Finn decide to run his own maternity test? After all, Luna's DNA is on train at the sanitarium and Finn knows it after Lee concession. Once Finn gets the answer, how will his life change? Will Finn be suitable to tell Steffi? Daphne was brought into Forrester Creations to help the family recapture their company. But will it work? Carter and Hope are presently running the show with the maturity of the Forresters refusing to work for them. They believe this notorious incense creator just so happened to land in their stage when they demanded her most. Little do they know Daphne has been transferred to produce the perfect scent while dismembering effects. Daphne may have created the perfect hand scent for Forrester Creations, but Steffi intends for her to do much further than that. Steffi has cooked a plan that uses Daphne to help her to recapture control of her family's company, and Daphne is completely on board. Carter and Hope worked together for times before any sparks flew. Suddenly, Carter sounded to be looking at her else and a retired love bloomed. These two started off with some serious chemistry, but it snappily sizzled in favor of common business. Rather of erecting a relationship, they resorted to constantly praising one another when it came to work. Within many months, these two had teamed up to take over Forrester Creations and cracks are now starting to show. Hope easily didn't agree with Carter bringing Steffi back as president of Forrester Creations, and without a common thing, these two may not have important differently. It's relatively clear that Daphne is working overtime trying to charm Carter into further than just business. She gets so close to him that she might as well climb into his clothes too, and Carter looks like a smitten schoolboy. He doesn't realize that getting him in bed might be part of Steffi's plan for Daphne. Anything that hurts Hope is a palm for Steffi. Will Carter be pious to Hope? Has their relationship indeed developed to a point where it makes sense for him to be that pious to her? What if Daphne plays the game and ends up with real passions for Carter? What if what started as a game turns into a real triangle? Shinsuckers learned this week that Steffi and Finn anniversary is coming up. These two larger-than-life characters can be anticipated to have an over-the-top festivity, unless commodity unanticipated comes their way. That unanticipated development could be Luna maternity. A exercise clip for the week of January 27th to 31st hints that Shin's loved bones are agitated about celebrating their love. But is it unseasonable to suppose they'll have a happily ever after? Then's what to know. Steffi's parents Taylor and Ridge bandy Steffi's forthcoming anniversary. Since Tridge are happily reunited, it makes sense that they would want to do commodity special for Shin. But you know what they say about the stylish laid plans. It would be ironic if Shin get derailed just as Tridge get back on track. Steffi is over the moon about her parents getting back together, and it would be perfect for her and Finn to admit true love by having a joyful marriage anniversary party. Especially since Carter and Hope have spoiled the Forresters' business plan at FC with a hostile preemption. Everyone could use a little frivolity right about now, and what way to be detracted than by a fairytale love. In the clip, Steffi indicates that she and Finn don't have major plans for their anniversary. Tridge put family first, and this could mean a big party for Finn and Steffi. It makes sense that Ridge and Taylor would invite Finn's parents Jack and Lee, His aunt Poppy too. This triad learned last week that Jack isn't Luna Biopater, which means that someone differently, Finn perhaps, is the lucky man. Luna's maternity reveal has been a long time coming, and some suckers are induced that Finn is her father. Shin will get a nasty surprise gift for their anniversary? And what do you suppose about making Finn Luna's pater, as well as her kinsman? An emotional day in the fate of Lee's maternity test freakout. Finn checked in at his mama's office and set up her reeling from all the drama. Lee opened up about her once reservations about Poppy and Jack, and admitted she forced a maternity test. Finn was shocked. First out, he still believed Tom Star was her father. Lee expressed all her regrets about living with so important wrathfulness rather of addressing the situation. She also wondered if they would ever know who Luna's pater really is. It's not Bill, it's not Tom, it's not Jack, so who could it be? Finn looked exorbitantly concerned. As for Poppy and Ted, they hit up Il Giardino for a drink to talk and decompress. Lee's allegations blindsided Jack. He couldn't believe Lee spent all these times allowing he'd slept with her family. It also made her station towards Poppy make sense. But it didn't justify it. Jack said he wouldn't be surprised if Poppy no way spoke to her family again. Was talking about this at Sheila's place of employment the stylish idea? No. And of course the she-devil was there. She took a many pokes at Jack before trying to prod about Finn. Jack pledged to keep her down from his son, but he mildly agreed to offer him some well-conditioned wishes. Steffi showed up to see her parents and was thrilled to see Ridge and Taylor canoodling. She expressed her joy and hope that Finn's parents could also find their way back to each other. She understood Lee's rage about Jack's affair with Sheila, but she hoped Lee would get past it. Ignorant of the drama at the sanitarium, she also wondered why Lee was so hard on Poppy. All that was set away when Taylor and Ridge realized this was an important day for their son. It's Steffi and Finn's marriage anniversary. Steffi was enraptured. She and Finn have a calm night full of love, and she can't stay for it to begin. Steffi and Finn have been living a beautiful fairy tale ever since he stalked into L.A. For numerous suckers he's the anti-Liam, a one-woman man with no hotcakes in sight. There's an implicit problem brewing on the horizon. A big secret that, if true, could ruin Shin in a moment. What are we talking about? The show seems to be saying that Finn is his kinsman Luna Biopater. Still, and leaves Finn. Who do you suppose she should hook up with coming? If Steffi can't handle the verity. Is it time for Steffi to find love with a new man? One she hasn't slept with ahead? That's a stimulating study. In this case we can see a new Joe catching her eye. And who better than Daphne, family or business familiarity? Indeed more if he's a counsel, because you know that Steffi is going to protest Snake Carter to the check as soon as she can. Also again, there's nothing relatively as comfortable as an old mask, and Liam clearly fits that bill. 4 times Liam has caromed between Steffi and Hope, and he has children with both of them. Liam is no way far down from Steffi, and we can completely see Broom clouding up the windows as downtime rolls on. The only problem is that some suckers are so oversteam. What do you suppose? Bill is free right now. Would Steffi see him as a feasible option? Surely, perhaps. These two have a snap and swish that's unique to them. And the dramarama would be complicated since Bill got Luna out of captivity and has her on house arrest. Any of these 3 romantic choices would bring delightful possibilities and dramatic eventuality. Will we see Shin break up soon? If so, who do you suppose Steffi should turn to?